So you've made up your mind. You'd love to own a coach-built motorhome, but the prices on new ones are simply too great. There's you, your partner and 2 children. And I'd say go to a dealer's. Have a look at the forecourt. Have a look at the pre-owned models. Because I've found one here, for instance, that's 4-berth, is about £23,000. It's done 25,000 miles, which is negligible. And it's a fairly recent model. In this series, what we do is we compare what's in new ones, what's in older ones, and we see what the differences are. And that's what we're going to do now. The special feature about this Auto-Sleeper's Talisman is the fact that the body is a monocoque, which means it's in one piece. Oh, there are joins, of course, where it joins with the cab, and this point here is beautifully made. Otherwise, there are no joins at all. So, by rights, there should be no chance of any leaks. Whereas the roof rack and this stainless steel ladder is standard, the bike rack has been added later. And here is a problem, because very often they're fitted inadequately and wrongly with just screws going in. What's special about Auto-Sleepers is that they actually put wooden blocks in certain places to ensure that it had a firm fixing, and dealers can get hold of the plans so they know exactly where to drill the holes. What about the latest motorhomes? Well, some of them now already come with tiny metal brackets protruding, so it's a simple job then of coupling up the bolts. Now, always remember to check the cab, because on some older models the height of the seat is such that if you're a tall person, you actually find your eye line is perilously close to the top of the screen. There are other issues too. You need to be comfortable. You're going to be sat at the wheel for long spells in time. Oh, there is one other thing I've just checked, and in this particular Auto-Sleepers, like several others, the leisure battery is stored under the seat, and how difficult it is to check its condition. Not only should you check the seats in the cab, I'd suggest you check out the beds as well, because this one is for 2 people. And as far as an adult's concerned, it's not really on. You might say it's bijou. I'd say it's uncomfortably tight. If a motorhome claims to be a 4-berth model, do make sure that it's more than beds, that it also has safety travel seats complete with belts. If you go for the very latest motorhomes, you'll find that they've now been put into a test situation and all sorts of things have been revealed. Improvements have been made, and it's also been established that you must never travel with one of these removable tables in place, because in a crash it flies through the air. Make sure you've taken it down, folded it away and put it in its correct storage position. Also on the seating theme, check that you like the comfort, because in a brand new van you're going to find that the cushions are fully resilient and the foam is in good shape. On older vans, sometimes this has lost its resilience, and when you sit down, there's a bump. In the trade, it's called bottoming out, and it's costly to replace the foam. This is nice. I don't have a problem with this, but I have to admit that I really don't like the style of the fabric. After all, it's several years have passed by, and you'll find that in the latest vans, it's rather more up to date. In 2003, more and more motorhomes were being fitted with these large roof lights. This one's called a Hecky. On the latest models, they have more than one of these, and you can see what an enormous improvement in respect of lighting inside is achieved. I'm in that little room with the toilet, the wash basin and a shower. And the only thing here is that in order to use the toilet, you have to fold away the wash basin. And you won't find this kind of arrangement in the most recent motorhomes. On this Auto-Sleeper's Talisman, there's a full-size cooker, and on the hob there are 4 gas burners. But you do find on the most recent motorhomes that one of those gas burners is replaced by a 230-volt hot plate. Oh, and there is another issue. Thrown in as well, you often find on new vans, there's a microwave oven. Over the door is a smoke alarm, and I'm just checking to see that the battery needs replacing. Yes, it does. In the latest motorhomes, you don't just get this, you also get a carbon monoxide alarm. Very important, but they can be added to an older model. For an outlay of £23,000, a vehicle with 25,000 miles on the clock, what a great way to start the motorhome experience. You've seen in the comparison talk that there are not so many things that you're missing out in a vehicle of this age, though I have to add one point of attention, and that relates to the engine. In vehicles of this age, the emissions on a diesel are such that you couldn't take one of these into the central London area without having to pay a hefty fee. And it's the same in some cities abroad.